So we're officially past week 1, and pending on if Will Shipley or Cade Klubnik have a breakout performance of 4 or 5 touchdowns and 300 plus yards, I'd say the Heisman watch list for week 1 is set in place. Again, this is my personal opinion. This isn't, I'm looking off of ESPN, CBS. No, this is from my take. Week 0, we had, because I thought this is a very fluid list. This is fun. We're going to have guys jumping up, jumping down on the list. So week 1, I had Nick Nash, the Spartans, because of his 3 touchdown performance against USC. And then I had Caleb Williams, then Sam Hartman, but then Branch, the freshman out of USC with a return touchdown, but then also a receiving touchdown. Now, moving ahead to week 1. My honorable mentions first, I will say, is gotta throw Jackson Dart up there. And then I also had Dylan Edwards with his 4 touchdown performance against TCU. Number 4 on my Heisman list, dropping just a little bit, I have Sam Hartman. He has 445 yards passing and 6 total touchdowns. And then also the more impressive feat, 0 interceptions. Number 3, I put Michael Penix Jr. There's a lot of hype behind Penix, and a lot of people are pulling for him. Same with Bo Nix to just go to be a Heisman finalist in New York once it's all said and done. 450 yards and 5 touchdowns were somewhat perfect. Like if you look at it, because it's like that's 35 points. Washington was up and they basically won the game at halftime. For number 2, I got Shedeur Sanders. And the reason why is just impressive. It was an impressive debut. I'd put it up there with the first start for Baker at Oklahoma, Caleb Williams breakout game against Texas, also at Oklahoma. Like for him to go from, Jackson State and then jumping into the Pac-12, which is going to be the Big 12 here any day now. It's impressive. It's as if you took, a quarterback from the Mountain West and then dropped him right into the ACC. And then he has a performance like this. He had 510 yards and 4 touchdowns. And so he's my number 2 Heisman pick. For number 1, this is no surprise to anybody. I think he's on everybody's. I think people are just throwing him into the Heisman already. Dude could have a crappy season where he only passes for 2,000 yards and maybe 20 touchdowns. And people will still be like, oh, put him there. But Caleb Williams, he had another great performance against Nevada. More highlight reel touchdowns where, he's running against the sideline and then all of a sudden, boom, on a dot, just throws it up 20, 30 yards. With how he's performing right now, he's making an early case. None of us are dummies. We all know he's going to be the number 1 draft pick. That's it for this video, guys. I'll try to catch you in the next one. Peace.